Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings, but first, thank you! 200 subscribers, can you believe it? This is so exciting, thank you so much. I know that we have more than 200 subscribers at this point, and thank you. Yes, it's very exciting, and I'm very grateful for you all. So, hooray! So here we go. Because we're having hooray for the 200 subscribers and more, we're gonna do zebra readings today. Yay! So we have Banner, who's usually our announcement zebra, and she's leading the herd. And then we have Ori, who is Banner's friend, and he's from outer space. And we have Punda, who is taking up the rear with her beauty and grace. And so feel into the zebras, because one of them has a message for you about what gaps you need to fill in, or a specific gap in your life that you need to perhaps fill in, that maybe you hadn't realized that you need to fill this gap in. So this is something going to be about that. So I'm going to be using the Magical Forest Tarot, and I'm going to be using bone runes because they're black and white like the zebras, or white and black like the zebras. And I will put the timestamps in the descriptions, and I will see you there. Bye! Hello, zebra number 1 people. So of course this is Banner. She's our announcement zebra. I'm going to move her over here. But today she's doubling as the zebra that represents those of you who were called to choose this zebra for exploring a gap that you have that you need to fill in. So I'm going to start by pulling 2 cards from the Tarot of the Magical Forest. These are going to be the stripes on the outside. Here's my little did you know, because I think it's a cool fact about zebras, because I love them. Did you know zebras are not... there's that whole question about, are zebras black animals with white stripes or white animals with black stripes? And it's the opposite is, the answer is zebras are black animals with black and white stripes. So that's exciting. Zebras also have really beautiful whiskers, they have these beautiful whiskers. Zebra whiskers are awesome. Definitely look that up. My zebras are too small to show their whiskers. Here I am still shuffling. Okay, so cutting the deck, and we have 2 cards that represent the stripes, and what is between them is the gap. And let's see what the stripes are, and then we're going to fill in the gap with our reading. So let's see. On the one side we have hopes and dreams. So we have the 7 of Cups, where you're just sort of daydreaming about something in the future and all your options. And the other stripe is waiting for your ship to come in. Okay, so how do we fill in this gap between your wishing and dreaming and actually expecting something to come in? This is all feeling like rather crooked. Why is this feeling crooked? Oh well, I'll build on this for now. So 3 of Wands. So you're sort of waiting for your ship to come in. So how do we fill this gap? Well, let's get some runes down and see. Aha! Right away, very nice. Interesting. Oh, yeah, unfortunately. Always the case, but that's okay. That's part of it. And I'll throw down one there and there. Okay, so your central issue here is you need a plan. We have Gabo. Gabo's the rune of the gift. Gift in the runes is always an exchange. So it's I'm going to read this a few ways. 1, have a plan. So right now you're sort of in the dreaming phase of this. You're sort of incubating and dreaming. You're sort of still looking at your options, and where you want to get to is where you're waiting for your ship to come in, where you're seeing it. You're seeing the ship coming in. So that's very exciting. So leading up to this, we have Rytho reversed. So Rytho reversed. Rytho's the riding rune. It's a directed journey, but it's sort of the end of a journey. So I would say at this point that you've actually already taken the step of, okay, well, I've dreamed about this long enough. Let's actually end the time where we're dreaming about it and just basically work on it. So that's where you are actually right now. You are in, so Gabo, I'm going to read a couple ways. One, Gabo's an exchange. I see it often as so plans, goals, agreements, decisions, sometimes one-on-one interactions. So there might be somebody that you're working with on this. But whether or not you're working with somebody, I mean, it could be just working with yourself on it, just making that agreement with yourself. It's a good idea to like make that agreement, make that decision, set that goal, make that plan, because right now that's where you're at. So you're filling up this gap between wishing and actually having it happen by actually making a plan and doing it. It's like that fantastic Mr. Rogers song about how you can, hope and dream about it, but until you actually do it, it's not going to happen. So this is where you're doing. You're making a plan. What is going to help you? Oh, yes, I already said the working with somebody else. You might be working with one other person, possibly, but it might just, once again, be you working with yourself on this. So what is going to help you? One, we have Tivaz reversed. Tivaz is Tyr's rune. Tyr's the warrior god. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to go to war, especially since it's reversed. It basically has to do with tending your duties and responsibilities. When it's reversed, it has to do with tending your personal, like inner, but also personal duties and responsibilities to yourself. So make sure that that's happening. Another thing is, I don't want to say stop fighting, but maybe become a little more peaceful, becoming a little bit more peaceful about things, sort of being willing to not be combative, perhaps might also be a read on what's going to help you with this once you make that agreement, decision, and goal. Because maybe a lot of these have been like conflicting in your head. Like maybe you've been like, I want to do this, but I also want to do that, and I can't do both. So once you make this agreement with yourself, and once you make this plan, you're going to be able to focus on that plan, and the other things are not going to be combating each other like with that. It's not going to be conflicting because you have made your decision. It doesn't mean that you can't make other decision later. You can back burner these, but the one you're going to focus on is this one now that you've made the decision about. So there's that. Also, just make sure that all of what you need is in order. Like make sure that your needs are basically taken care of, because now you can focus on this. And as long as that foundation is there, then it's all good. Why am I throwing these down on the top? Because that's also important. So once you do that, then the communication element and the manifestation element will be clearer. So your path to manifesting this is, or even expressing this, if this is an expression thing, which there's wands, so there might be a communication aspect to it, which this is communication rune. But that's going to flow once you stop fighting, and in terms of once you stop having the conflict thing happening, and also once you are tending your own duties and responsibilities to yourself. That's going to let the communication, manifestation, and expression flow through as per your plan. So what won't help is, and once again, the upper line is always the antidote to the lower line, so we'll read that and then we'll say how this is the antidote. What won't help is you are worried about needs. You are worried about needs that need to be tended, and you have this feeling like it's going to be a lot of work to physically put everything together, when in fact it's okay. Again, I'm going to read this a couple ways. It's not so much that, like, I get a sense of real organic, like, letting things happen. Like, it's almost like the plan is to step out of the way of this happening, which is like the sorry, I thought there was a cat. I thought the cat was under the table, but the cat is not under the table. Sort of letting go of the push, and just sort of letting these things automatically, but also naturally just flow through, letting the expression happen, letting the manifestation of the thing happen. It's almost like getting out of your own way for letting this happen. And it's almost like forcing it is not going to help. And you're worried about your needs during that time. So once again, Ingvaz, which is Ing's rune, another name for Frey. Frey's the fertility god. It has to do with active creation. So it's sort of like forcing things and also worrying about how much work it's going to be, when in fact it's not going to be much work at all. It's going to be not effortless, because you actually have to do it, but it's not going to be as much work as you think it will be, because as you tend your own duties and responsibilities to yourself, which you would want to do anyway, it's naturally going to sort of flow through that. But also, if you're worried about your needs, you are taking care of that. That is the one thing that you're making your foundation for this, to fill in this gap. So that's going to work. That's going to work for you. If you sit and worry about things, you've sat and dreamed for a while, which is important incubation. And, it's like procrastination way long ago used to be a good thing because you would get everything in order in your head. So you've spent all the time where you were getting things in order in your head, and now you're moving forward by actually tending your duties and responsibilities. Maybe this also is in your head, basically getting things in order, but I think there may be like attending your personal duties and responsibilities thing as well. But there's like this sense of you don't want to go from this inaction, sort of this physical inaction, to actually actioning. So there's sort of a momentum thing that you haven't started yet, and it's hard to start, and you're worried about that. But just if you're worried about needs that need to be tended, tend those needs, and then that will help things flow through. What the outcome of that is all going to be is that you will be on the path. You will see that you are on the path, and it's really, really good. And so we have Ivaz, which is the rune of the yew tree. It has to do with patience and slow growth and slow development. But it's, as Blum says, its results may not be immediate, but they are certain. You will have made that step. You'll be doing the things that set this in motion, and it will be moving forward, and you will see it's a clear path. Even though it's a long path, it's still a clear path, and you are seeing, all the milestones as you go by, and it's going to be you're going to be very clearly on the path, and you're not going to have to worry about it. You know your way, you know your steps, and you are going to get from here to here following that, and this is the gap that you're filling in, and here you are. And as long as you're working on it, it won't seem like very long before you get what you've always wanted, which is this, or at least what you decided that you needed. So that's the gap that you will need to fill, and how to fill it for the banner reading. So there we go. So that is your reading, Zebra number one people. I wish you, first of all, thank you again. 200 plus subscribers. It's amazing, and I'm so grateful, and thank you. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, zebra number 2 people. So you are the people who chose Ori. Ori is the zebra from outer space. Ori and Banner and Punda sat on my desk when I used to go to the office to work before work from home. So they all sat there. So anyway, they're friends. So anyway, Ori's from outer space, and he's a sparkly zebra with stripes because he's a zebra. I'm going to take Ori, I'm going to move him over here, and we can see the other side of Ori. Here we are, and I'm going to build from here. So what is the gap that you need to fill in your life at the moment, which is very exciting? Do I have a zebra fact for you? Three major types of zebras. There's the plains zebra, the grevy zebra, and the mountain zebra. The grevy zebra is very, very big. The mountain zebra has a dewlap on its throat and is small but has wide stripes. The grevy zebra has thin stripes, very fine stripes, and a white belly. I'm shuffling. Grevy has amazingly big ears and is gorgeous. They're all gorgeous, but if you've ever seen a grevy zebra, they're very, very exciting. They're big ears, big whiskers, lots of whiskers. Zebra whiskers are awesome. Okay, cutting the deck, and we're going to get your stripes. So here's the first stripe, and here's the stripe that you're trying to get to. And we're going to be filling in the gap with the bone runes. So let's turn these and see. So we have the 3 of chalices, and we have this 7 of pentacles. So you're doing really well. You're getting along with people, and you're having nice times, and you're having parties, and it's good. You're celebrating with people, and celebration is good. But you want to get to where maybe you want to get a little bit more serious in terms of what you're doing with your life than just parties. Not that there's anything against parties. Parties are awesome. But you feel like maybe there's more, and that you would have greater satisfaction if you could work on something and then stand and be proud of it. So, something that could also bring good profits, whether it's money profits or just feeling good about yourself profits. So let's see what the runes have to say about filling this gap. Okay, it's a bit of a challenge, but not a hard challenge. Let's see. Yeet. Ori, what kind of reading are you giving us? That's okay, Ori. We don't blame you. You're a lovely space zebra. He flies through space and has adventures. He has a theme song too, but I'll see if I can sing it later. Anyway, so your gap currently is the challenge that it is, that it's not a hard challenge. We have Thurisaz. Thurisaz is the rune of the challenge, so it's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. The gateway is open. So it's more of a psychological challenge for you at the moment. You just have to do it, but it's just sitting there open and you're like, I don't know. What is leading up to this is you have actually been, you've been having a wonderful time, and don't stop this. Like, obviously don't do this to excess, but don't stop. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling this up. Don't stop enjoying spending time with those who nourish you and give you joy. That's important. But you have a dream, and your dream is to get to this part. So you have developed quite a bit of inner strength, first of all. I'm going to read that right away because it's it's something that might get lost when I read it the other way, which is, so first of all, you have a lot of inner strength and you know that you can do this. You're feeling a bit ungrounded at the moment, and maybe it's just you feel like there's a lot of surface life going on, which is fun, but you're also longing for a deeper life that is going to feel more satisfying for you, that's going to give you more fulfillment. So you're sort of feeling a little bit ungrounded. You're feeling like you maybe don't have the outer strength that you would like to, that is based on building out more of your inner strength and your inner fulfillment. So moving on to the central issue, which is the challenge ahead of you. You know that this is a challenge that you want to do, and you know that you can do it. And we see from this stripe that you can do it. You are going to be able to do it. But you just have to basically take that step and move through the door. So what's going to help you is, a lot of this is about confidence, which is great. You are able to stand up for yourself. You are able to stand up and basically support yourself in things that you want to do. You don't need, these people, look at look at this. The support is there. Like, even if you're not with these people, you have that support. You carry it with you internally. At the same time, you are able to stand up for yourself and stand up for what you feel that you need. So you are able to support yourself in this endeavor. Once you do that, but also these are going to feed each other, you know what needs to be done, and you just need the confidence to basically stand up and say, okay, I'm going to do what needs to be done, and then it's going to flow in. It's going to, okay, you need to do this thing. So if now these reversed, now these is the rune of need. It always has to do with tending a need. It is reversed in this part at the very, very top. So the best thing that's going to help you is that one thing that is almost like an emergency in your life, but you've been kind of putting off. You need to deal with that, like, immediately. You do have the ability to do it. You do have the ability to stand up and do it yourself. Maybe you've been waiting for somebody else to do it for you. Just if you feel like you don't have the support that you need, just think about these people, because they are supporting you even if they're not there. Just knowing that this is here for you. So once you are comfortable and confident enough to do that, you are going to be able to address that. You're going to be able to say, okay, we're going to take that in both hands, and we are going to really deal with this and clear it up and deal with that, and it's going to be good. It's going to be taken care of, and I can move forward with my dream of taking care of things and nurturing things into where they are actually giving me a profit of some kind, whether it's, again, material profit, practical profit, just personal profit of, like, feeling good about myself. What isn't going to help is And once again, the upper line is always the antidote to the lower line, so we'll talk about that in a moment. What isn't going to help is you're worried about negative surprises. You're also worried about finding out about yourself something that you didn't know before that was always there, but that maybe is not the best thing about yourself. Maybe you're worried that if you tried to do this, you'll find out that you can't. And you're also worried that you may have waited too long. We have Yira, which is the rune, Pertho, the rune of the lot box that has to do with surprises and fate and luck. It's reversed and it's on the lower line. So it's 1, worrying about negative surprises, 2, worried about surprises about finding something out about yourself. And since it's in the lower line, it would be something about yourself that you didn't know but what was always there, and also that maybe isn't as good as you would want it to be. And also we have Yira. Yira is the rune of the harvest and also time. So you're sort of worried about, do I even have time to do this? Do I have the time? Have I maybe wasted too much time having fun? Or, I mean, fun is important. You need to have had fun and you need to continue to have fun. This needs to be fun as well, by the way. So, so you're sort of, at base, your biggest worry is, what if I've wasted my time? What if I don't have enough time left? What if, I can't bring through what I want to bring through? And what if I find out that I'm not as capable of doing this as I want to be? You are, and this basically shows it. So if this starts to be dragging you down, bring yourself back up to remembering that, I can take care of myself, I can support myself, even if I feel like I need my friends around me to do this. Even if they're not there, I can just sort of remember them and remember that they are there for me, even if they're not there for me, and move forward and do this thing. And the first thing I'm going to do is that one thing that I know needs to be taken care of first. So your outcome for this is much, much, much greater confidence. And that's why I'm saying this could be just something that you're going to feel better about yourself by doing this. It's going to be as one of my friends says, it's like you're outstanding in your field. So you have brought this to fruition, and it's very, very good indeed. The grapes were very, very sweet indeed. And we have Fehu reversed. So Fehu is the rune of wealth and worth, and it is reversed and it's on the path line. So this I generally read as confidence, but also discovering inner worth. This is a huge thing for you. Like you are not absolutely dependent on other people with whom you raise a wine glass. You are absolutely able to do things for yourself, take care of emergencies for yourself, and take care of things to a point where you can look at them with pride and say, yeah, I did that and I'm proud of myself, and this nourishes me and this makes me feel very worthy inside. And maybe it is an external thing. Maybe there is some element of external profit that you're going to get from this. But even if not, you will feel better about yourself than you have in years, and you will be feeling ever so much more grounded when you go to your next party. So that is the reading from Zebra number 2, our friend Ori from outer space. And I, first of all, wish you thank you. I am so, so grateful. Thank you so much for 200 subscribers. I am just over the moon about how grateful I am about this. So thank you so much. And also, I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Zebra number 3 people. So this is Punda, short for Pundamilia, which is the Swahili word for zebra. I got this as a thank you for contributing to a charity, which every time I do this, then Punda's little handle is pacing the other way, which provided a mosquito net to a child in need in Africa. So that's cool. So Pundamilia is actually the Swahili word for zebra. I looked it up, and almost every language calls this creature a zebra except for the language where it comes from, which is weird. You'd think that at least one of them would call it a Pundamilia, but I guess not. It's a very pretty name for a very beautiful animal. So Punda is here to help you with filling in a gap. So let us look at the Magical Tarot, and we're going to draw 2 cards, which are going to be the stripes that you need to fill in. So let's do that. Cutting the deck. So here's stripe number 1 and stripe number 2 for Punda. And we're going to go to the bone runes and we're going to fill in this gap. Oh, first of all, let's see what the stripes are. So Ace of Swords, you're starting something that has to do with ideas and energy. Where does this lead to? Queen of Pentacles. So this thing that you're starting with, you've just started it. It has to do with ideas and energy, and it's very exciting. You're hoping will lead you to being nurturing, very practical, basically very being able to take care of things, but on a very practical level, like very abundant and very with lots of profit from this, and being the queen of that, while still being very nurturing and very emotionally intelligent and loving, and all the things that a queen is mythically. It's a fox on the beach with the ocean. So how do we get from there to there? Let's see what the bone runes have to say. Very nice. Simple answer, follow your joy. This is very, very good. Beautiful. Yes. And one more to give us the last step before we get to the queen on the beach. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so your central issue here is joy. It's Funyo, it's the joy rune. And so you're basically going to be following your joy to get from here to here. Just let that lead you. You will know you're on the right track if you are seeing that shining spark of joy that this was all about to begin with. Leading up to this, you've actually done a lot of work already, a lot of prep work to like once you've started, like you started this already. This thing that you've started that has to do with ideas and also directing your energy. Very exciting. So this, leading up to the joy, you've actually put a lot of work in. We have Ingvaz, which is Ing's rune. Ing's the name for another name for Frey. Frey is the fertility god, and there you are. You've actually done a lot of work already, and now you're in a situation where the work part, like the groundwork has been done, and now you're letting your joy lead you, which is definitely cool. I mean, this is going to be a very emotion-based thing anyway, emotion by the ocean. And even though there's a practical element to it where it's going to bring you something that is abundance and nourishing, it's still got a strong emotional element to it, which the ocean would indicate. So, and very nurturing. There's a nurturing element to it as well. So what is going to help you is we have Dagaz, which is the rune of the breaking of the day, and we have Isa, which is the rune of ice. So what's going to help you is through joy, through following your joy, everything is going to be illuminated around you. It's going to illuminate your entire field of vision. You're going to be able to see everything. And sometimes, you're going to see things, you're going to see everything, basically. It's the light that breaks over everything and shows illuminates everything, illuminates the darkness, it illuminates everything. So that fact is going to help you, that when you access your joy and when you follow your joy, it's going to light everything up and you're going to see everything. And this is actually going to allow, this is Isa. So Isa is the rune of ice. It also has to do with stillness, but also clarity, the clarity that comes through stillness. So once the joy has lit up everything, I mean, you'll be able to see everything and really just get a good sense of it. The clarity will come through. The ability to be still will come through. And so that's really what you're wanting, is these ideas and energy and good stuff like that to come through and just continue. This is all going to nourish each other. Like, this is all nourishes. It's all, what I'm leading to is really exciting, so bear with me. So this is what's going to roll your cart forward, basically. What isn't going to help is if you remove yourself from the joy aspect of it, if you're just looking at the practical steps of it, it's going to feel like an impossible challenge. It really is the joy and the revelations and the clarity that's going to carry you forward through this. Because if you don't have that, it's going to feel impossible. It's going to feel like really impossible challenge, and you're going to feel like you're worried about, 30s as reversed. It's the challenge rune, the thorn, the giant, the gateway, but it's reversed, and in the lower line especially, it's fears about an impossible challenge. And this is Ansu's. Ansu's reversed. So Ansu's is the rune of communication and manifestation. It is reversed, and it's on the lowest line. So you're worried that you can't trust this. Absolutely trust this, because this is what's going to, it seems like impossible, but the queen is very intuitive no matter what she's holding. So she's generally intuitive and emotional, even if she's holding a pentacle, so which is earth and generally more grounded. So, but the queen is always going to be very much more intuitive based. At least this one is, because she's a fox. Anyway, so make sure that you're focused on joy. Like, the joy is what's going to carry you through. Why is the joy going to carry you through? Because it's going to lead to revelations, which is going to lead to clarity. And that's what's going to carry you forward, because if you don't do that, it's going to feel impossible, and you're going to doubt the way that this is going to happen. This is where the miracles happen. And what this is going to lead you to is, we have Sovilo. Sovilo is the rune of the sun. It's a really weird Sovilo in this rune set, but it trust me, this is Sovilo. Hagalaz actually looks like Hagalaz. So this is Sovilo. This is source energy. So it's almost like you're going from where you feel like you need to generate more energy, and you maybe hadn't in a while, and you have this idea that you want to basically get your hand on some more energy and just really start that, because maybe you hadn't for a while. And so you've actually laid a lot of groundwork, as I said, and now you're focusing on the joy, and the joy is really the key, because again, it's going to lead to revelations, it's going to lead to clarity, and by the end of this, you're going to be very much more in tune with and tapped into your source energy. So Vila is the sun, it's source energy, and it maintains like there's the dawn and there's the sun, so it maintains the brilliance of the illumination, and always fed by joy in the center. And so that's probably why she's on the beach, enjoying the sun and the beach. Oh, wait a minute, are those mountains? I'm sorry, I guess those are mountains, but they sure the heck look like ocean. Maybe they're supposed to look like ocean this time. But anyway, sun and solar energy and earth energy and an intuitive queen who is a fox. So it's all good. Just basically follow this, follow your joy is the key message, and just let that illuminate things and trust it. It will help carry you through, even when you think you're looking at an impossible task to fill in this gap. You can get there, and it's all going to be about trusting your joy, trusting what is being illuminated, trusting your clarity, and tapping into your source energy. Whatever that may be, your source energy may vary. Source. So that... Zebra number 3, people, is your reading. I wish you, once again, much, much, much gratitude. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for 200 plus subscribers. It's so exciting to have you all here, and I'm very, very grateful. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. And bye from Punda. Hello. I just realized that I said I was going to sing you Ori's theme song. And I didn't. So here we are. It goes like this. Black and white, stars and planets in the night. Suddenly a zebra goes soaring by, and suddenly the night has a happier sky. Ori from outer space, sparkling all over on his lovely zebra face. See the planets on their endless chase with Ori, Ori, Ori from outer space. Thank you again for 200 subscribers. Yay! Bye. Bye, says Ori.